welcome back to One Team, One Dream. This is your host, Ali.
And I'm always here with him, Salman.
Yes, we're going to do a quick recap of our matches from our last episode. So just hang on and let's check out what happened last episode. So, first one, Salman and I picked, Salman had?
I picked Sri Lanka to win.
Sri Lanka, I picked Bangladesh. Match abandoned. So now, if you've been following along, we're 2 wins for me, so 2 points for myself, and Salman had none. But this point, so it's abandoned, it's a half and half. So 2.5 for me, half for Salman. Next was Australia versus Pakistan.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
It's Australia.
All right, so, Pakistan tried. I'm going to say Pakistan tried. They need to do better as far as their batting order and sort of be more consistent. But
the highlight was Mohammad Amir getting 5 wickets, right?
Yeah, but still the batting didn't come through. I mean, Hafiz was there. Hafiz got their 80s score, but it was not enough for us to deliver. So we need to. Imam ul-Haq got to be more consistent. We gave a lot of caught behinds. We were not sort of doing catching.
Fakhar Zaman has been so inconsistent.
Asif Ali dropped 2 catches. So it's not
catches win matches.
Win matches. Wow, look at that. Catches win matches. So. It could have been better. Match abandoned, we couldn't talk about much. So now, the other one, another India versus New Zealand. And this time, I picked India and New Zealand. And
I picked New Zealand and neither one.
Neither one. Match abandoned without a bowl. So that was a
half point?
So half point. So Salman's at 1, I'm at 3.
No, I did get the point for that.
Look, he's keeper. Damn it. I thought I could have seen it. So 1.5. And 3 points.
No!
I don't think that math adds up. I think I'm at 2 points because I got a half, and 1. I'm just saying.
Shoot! I was trying to get this thing by him, man. Oh, he's on point for this stuff. Okay, so then the last we picked England versus West Indies, and again I was trying to seek more points in there, but didn't make it happen.
England, showed why they're at the top of the pack in regards to one-day format.
And I really wanted to see what New Zealand had done, man. That would have been a game changer. So come on, Chris Gill, Jamaica, come on, Kingston. So I'm hoping that would have been better, but unfortunately, with the 2 matches rained out and the weather's not really holding up.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
In England right now, so it's really that's a factor.
Yeah. Because, how many more matches do you think will actually be played out?
Oh, that's a good question. So we have 2 matches that were played out. We'll be sort of talking in the next segment. But the idea essentially is that we have 28 days more to go, right? Since the final of the World Cup. If this is consistency, what's going on with all the matches, so far we've had 5 or 7 matches, right? We got to sort of check the graphics. But there have been a lot of matches with undue stress of weather being, not even played, which is the main theme of World Cup, right?
And you say, Amin?
So, okay, guys, so let's move into the next segment. So, the points table, what's going on, right? Just before we get in there, let's talk about the 2 matches that happened. So, the first one was Afghanistan versus South Africa, right? A blowout. What do you think?
South Africa had good bowling and good fielding. They held or restricted Afghanistan to 125.
Right.
And outside of that first misfield or drop catch, the rest of those catches were taken, and from there, it seemed like a done deal.
Pretty much. I agree with you that the bowling basically just like as we're saying, during our offside, that it's just like fielding. It's just like baseball. The pitchers can really make or break a game, right?
Yeah.
If they're striking players out consistently, in this way, the bowlers are getting the wickets or holding, and the fielding sort of is helping them sort of keep all the loose end tied up. It's a shutout. And the batting just has to just do a low score. In this case, 125. 120s, that's a very low score for a World Cup. We've seen the worst. It's like 80. I think the lowest is at 81 or 80. We got to check our graph. But I think that was a very low score. It's been like that. The warm-up was also the same thing. Where the match we couldn't really score.
But these are teams that are usually at the bottom.
Afghanistan, yes, but Sri Lanka.
If you look at the points table, right, that South Africa match really just helped them. They had 1 point before that win.
Right.
So, they're still a bottom of the pack team.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not much of a difference. Another win can put them in the, fourth position. But the performance that South Africa has given throughout this World Cup has, not shown that.
Yeah, it's subpar. It's not the usual self.
I mean, so if, this is a one-off game against a bottom-of-the-pack team, we'll see. But I'm not really putting my, hope or eggs in the basket of South Africa making the semis.
Well, true, but okay, just sort of looping in the team and maybe let's go over the other match, Sri Lanka versus Australia. I think that's more relevant. I mean, being that Australia has been a very strong team.
Yeah.
They had a few setbacks. The India match, again, I was completely floored the way India put up a system that controlled the batting, held them back. So that's why I wanted to see what happens with India and New Zealand, but unfortunately we have to see that in the future. Now, going into what that happened, I mean, two highlights. You got to talk about Finch, and we got to talk about Stark.
153 scored. I mean, it's his second of the year. 2019 has been a good year for him.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you.
And then Mitchell Stark had a good performance, 4-wicket haul.
Yeah,
he was looking for his fifth, but not.
Didn't happen. But the team, it's a team effort. But absolutely, he's given other batsmen, tough time on the pitch as far as the movement, everything else. I mean, I compare him to Mohamed Amr. Absolutely. I mean, Amr's a class individual, losing out a lot of those time in being in the world stage hurt him, but he still had a 5-wicket haul for a first match. But he did not win because the batting is failing. But this time the team worked out.
On Sri Lanka's side, I mean, they started off well. They made it to 189 with 3 wickets. And then from 200 onwards, they just collapsed like nothing. Playing shots that, it isn't that big of a difference between the run rate and how many balls left.
We're Sri Lanka right now. They played 5 matches. They have 4 points. I mean, they were looking to.
I mean, most of their points are from rainouts or washout, right? In the case that the match has been abandoned.
Well, their points table is similar to that because.
So they've only had 1 win, and that's against Afghanistan, and the rest of those points came from 2 points in this case from
a rainout match.
1 against us and 1 against Bangladesh. So did they benefit from this match abandonment, which I really think they should reschedule these matches. Double header like they had today. Why can't they have those for other matches?
Okay, like they do for tennis. I understand. Like they have rain out days. So if there's a rain out, we do the following day, like the following matches. They don't tend to do that with matches within a session. So for example, you're thinking baseball, right? So we had a rain out, day 1, you move it to the next day and you play it from the same inning. I don't think that might happen. Given, I agree with you that there are 28 days till the final, they shouldn't make arrangement for those kind of things, especially if they know the weather's going to be like that.
I mean, but this really impacts the tournament. It's like your teams lose out on points. It's a free point for example, bad teams. Which, I guess luck is a part of the game, but weather should not have influence on a major sport.
It should not, but at this stage, everything will have an impact on it. So, for example, if we're just a quick tip up, right? So, you're talking about South Africa, pick up. So, we're talking about South Africa. Looking at South Africa, they lost one of their key batsmen. How did that affect them? Look at their performance afterwards. He had the injury in their initial matches. So, if you have impacts of these kind of injuries
are a part of the game.
Look at India. India had the same modality.
I mean, but injuries are something that are a part of the game, right? You have substitute players. Losing out on a match itself is like, okay, I didn't play well. The team didn't play well. That's somewhere where you had some sort of input. Okay. In this case, it's like, oh, it's raining. All right. That's it.
It's right. No, yeah. So weather does play. So maybe there should be so maybe in this stage, in this platform, there should be something like here at the U.S. Open. They have an indoor court to play some of these matches out. Maybe some of these pitches needs to have an indoor approach. I mean, they do, I believe, in UAE, right? UAE has an indoor field in Abu Dhabi or Dubai. Or Sharjah. I'm not 100% sure, but they have to make better efforts to have sort of these kind of one-off weather coverages. If they do so, that's amazing. I mean, you really have to sort of figure out what is the prerogative for this level of playing. It's not a short series. It is a World Cup, so I agree with them. But, hopefully, so now the way that all these changes have affected, and now let's go into the points table.
Yeah.
So top of the order is Australia, 5 match played, 8 points. Then we've got the 2 other teams, which are very great performance, New Zealand and England. They played, and their run rates are showing that, because if you look at England, New Zealand actually, even having playing 4 matches, they have 7 points, but their net run rate, so they're actually showing performance. England, 4 played, 6 points. India, again, 3 and 5. I mean, for me, I don't understand that why India only has played 3 matches, but that's another discussion. But what about the lower order? What do you think?
I mean, the lower order is just anybody's game at this point. A single match. There's 5 matches left up till this point, at least for Pakistan. So in a total, they're going to play 9 matches. So Sri Lanka's already played 5, so they have 4 left. And it's, anybody's game at this point. It isn't like, the scenario, like anybody's knocked out, except for, I guess, Afghanistan, which has 0 points.
Right.
But going straight down, Sri Lanka with 5 points. 5 games played, 4 points.
Mm-hmm.
And an awful net run rate. Then in 6th position, it's West Indies. 4 played, 3 points.
So again, South Africa, same modality. I agree. There's a pattern here. I mean, South Africa is more in the danger zone since they've played 5, just like Sri Lanka, just like Australia, and their points are much different. Bangladesh 4 played, 3. Their net run rate is negative 0.7, which is better than the next team, which is Pakistan. 4 matches, 3 played, 3 points for them, and they're 1.979, which is a little bit worse than Sri Lanka. So Sri Lanka definitely has a lot to lose if it changes. Afghanistan is bottom of the pile. 4 played, none win. They have their luck is not going their way. So let's see how these next matches sort of turn out and where we go with them. I mean, we have one critical match that we're gonna look into, Pakistan versus India, that's coming up, and a few other matches. So next we got to talk about our predictions since we have our points table. So if you guys have been following, we're leveled 3 points apiece. So our next matches, there are 3 matches coming up. So India versus Pakistan.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm gonna go with Pakistan this time.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
My heart, this is for all intents and purposes, right?
Yeah.
My heart is still Pakistan. But just for the.
I mean, the head-to-head is in World Cup 7-zip.
India's
Not 7-zip. Sorry, we haven't won a match since 1992.
Why?
World Cup.
We are the world. I remember that as a kid. So I used to watch that. My mom basically was like, it was during Ramadan, so no iftari until the match was won. So it was a fun time in 1992. But as far as predictor, India has been performing. India has been consistent, and they seem to be in the groove of things. So I'm predicting that. Yeah, India has definitely a shot to overtake Pakistan. I mean, in this instance, please no hate mail from my Pakistani fans and family.
I mean, they did, beat us in the recent Asia Cup.
Yeah, but again, Pakistan is the unpredictable, man. But India has a game plan. India has a war plan in place to go to war, because India versus Pakistan is always like a warring. So, maybe we'll stream you guys so maybe you guys want to watch. Next thing up is West Indies versus Bangladesh.
So, I mean, this is, it's for a lack of,
Right. So he's saying West Indies. That's what he's trying to imply towards. And okay, so Bangladesh could be able to do it. They're great performers. Shakib can really do it. There's Somia that could perform. So there are team players that could come through and clinch it for them. So Bangladesh for myself. And last but not least, England versus Afghanistan. Okay. Yeah.
Well, as always, tournament favors England. It is. They've been doing great. Afghanistan, on the other hand, 0 points.
0 points. You know what? you're right, but also they may pull it off. It is cricket is a game by chance. So let's see. Maybe they pull it off.
Yeah, I mean,
so we'll go for Afghanistan. You know, our distant ancestors. Our distant ancestor. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. So Afghanistan for me. So now these are our picks for the upcoming matches. 3 matches. It's interesting. I mean, seriously, some of these things can change it. They're all 3-4 bottom teams. Pakistan's on the bottom half of the thing. So is Bangladesh. So is West Indies. And so is Afghanistan.
So I mean, it's a really like a deciding factor for these teams, even though it isn't like make or break, but it's in a sense make or break, right? If you get the momentum from this win, you're closer to being in the top 4 to make the semis.
Yeah.
But
top 4, right? Which there's been a bracket of these.
Yeah, I mean, and there is no elimination, knockoff, playoffs, any of that. Right. It's just the semis. Whoever's in the top 4 will play against it.
Yeah. Okay, so there's always a chance, right? That's cool. So as always, it's that time again. So guys, thank you for joining us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and will bring you our vision, our content, our view on different sports. Right now it's cricket season, so hopefully you guys are enjoying the World Cup, and may the best team win. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, and to my dad as well, our dad as well. You know, our dad. We look like brothers, right? Don't we? So our dad as well, but and those whose dads are not around or they have passed, you know, our prayers and blessings for them, and may they be in heaven or rest in peace. As always, one team, one dream. Keep bringing you our content. Peace.
Peace.